My estranged dad begged for my kidney to save his life. I said yes. Then I saw his medical file and walked out of the hospital, leaving him to die. Let me back up. When I was 5 years old, my dad walked out on us. He completely drained our joint savings account, moved across the country, and never paid a single dime in child support. My mom had to work 3 jobs just to keep the lights on and keep food on the table. She sacrificed her entire life for me, running herself into the ground. 3 years ago, she passed away from a totally treatable illness just because we literally couldn't afford the out-of-pocket medical costs. Fast forward to last month. Out of nowhere, my phone rings. It's him. He's crying, saying his kidneys are failing, he's on dialysis, and he's at the bottom of the transplant list. He begged me to get tested to see if I was a match, laying the guilt trip on thick, telling me that family is family no matter what. Against my better judgment, I felt obligated. I went to the hospital, got tested, and found out I was a perfect match. The surgery was scheduled for a week later. On the day of the pre-op blood work, I was sitting in his private hospital room alone while he was down the hall getting scans. The nurse had left his chart sitting open on the bedside table. I shouldn't have looked, but human curiosity got the best of me. I flipped through the pages and saw his financial intake forms and emergency contacts. My blood ran completely cold. I didn't just find out he was married to a 25-year-old. I saw his proof of income and asset disclosures required by the hospital billing department. 15 years ago, right when my mom was working herself to death, he inherited over $4 million from his grandfather. He had spent the last decade and a half hiding it in trust and offshore accounts specifically to avoid paying back child support or helping us out. While I was watching my mom die because we couldn't afford $50,000 in medical bills, this man was buying a 3rd vacation home in Cabo. I sat there shaking. When he was wheeled back into the room, he smiled at me and thanked me for saving his life. I stood up, looked him dead in the eyes, and told him I saw the asset disclosures. His face went entirely pale. Before he could even formulate a lie, I hit the call button for the nurse. When she walked in, I told her I was officially withdrawing my medical consent for the donation. His new young wife started screaming at me, calling me a monster, begging me to reconsider. I looked at her, told her she could give him her kidney, and walked straight out the double doors. Everyone on his side of the family is blowing up my phone saying I'm committing murder, but I don't lose a single second of sleep over it, which is exactly why